What's up, my friends and my new friends? I'm Jared Laredo and welcome to my channel. Today we will be reviewing Dark Souls 3 in depth as possible. Now, as you can see over my left shoulder, there is a woman standing behind us. That is the Firekeeper. We're going to try to make this review as to the point as possible. Now, this is a great game, alright? But it's not a 10 out of 10, and I will explain why later in the video. This is the Firekeeper. You come to her to level up your character once you have the required souls, that is.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
These are all the stats right here below that you can choose to level up. But if you're new to Dark Souls, this is going to be pretty confusing for you and you might mess up your character build. Now, I recommend choosing strength, endurance, and health. You want to focus primarily on those. Now, if you want to use sorceries, miracles, and pyromancies, focus on these two right here. This is the Firelink Shrine. This whole entire building that we are in. This is basically the safe zone for the game, as well as pretty much any bonfire. This is the bonfire for the Firelink Shrine, and there's a sword in it. To get this sword, you have to kill Ludek's Gundyr, which is the first boss in the game. Once killing him, you will get the soul. Come here, talk to the Firekeeper over there, level up, put the sword in here, and you will start unlocking new locations. As you can see, we have tons of locations. This is a secret area right here, these two areas. And another secret area is this last one right here. There are many NPCs. The main ones, I'd have to say, are the Firekeeper, which is right there. The Shrine Handmaid, which is her. She sells you pretty much anything. This guy right here, Blacksmith Andre, he's very important. And then, all the optional NPCs are pretty much down there. Ludleth, he's right there in front of us on the throne. He sells boss weapons for the price of boss souls. He also sells sorceries, pyromancies, and miracles. We'll get back to him in a second. The Shrine Handmaid. You bring her ash of the bosses, and she will sell you boss armor. That's pretty much how to get the majority of the boss armor in this game. She will also give you optional armor. Now, once you defeat a boss, and you bring her the ash, she'll have a new set of armor in here for you to buy. So you can see this particular forearm helmet is 4,000 souls. So a lot of these outfits are pretty pricey. You're gonna have to farm to get the majority of them. She also sells arrows, rings, fire bombs, throwing knives, embers to restore your health to its original state, which will basically give you more health. She sells these items, which basically repair your item, repair your weapon, whatever. Shield, clothing, I'm assuming as well. Homeward Bones return you to your either the Firelink Shrine or the bonfire that you were last at. Now, these two items right here are used to reinforce weapons, so you go and talk to Blacksmith Andre and make sure you have plenty of these to reinforce your weapons. I'd focus on one at a time to get to a plus 10. And then these white soapstones are used basically to play online with other people. You can buy shields. So, speak with him. He will give you various gestures throughout the storyline speaking with him. He basically will also reinforce Estus flasks. So if you have an Estus shard, go ahead and come over here to him. Normally, once you choose this option down here, I believe it's this option, you will basically get a new Estus flask. You'll go over to the bonfire, exit the bonfire, and you'll have a new Estus flask. Now there's a total of 15 Estus flasks. You start out with 4. There's like 11 Estus shards, I believe. And then there's undead bone shards, which you need to get that plus 10 below our 15 Estus flasks, as you can see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So speak to a blacksmith Andre again. As you can see, these are all of our weapons. Some of them are duplicates, but you use basically those reinforcement items like I just previously talked about from the shrine handmade, and you will reinforce an item. I'll show you a reinforcement of an item right here. Right here it says 2 out of 98. Alright, you select OK. Now you can see it has a +1 on it. You get that to +10, you'll get a trophy. Now at the bottom of that, this is infusing weapons. These infusions can be quite difficult to find. Some of them you have to farm to get them. And there's a trophy in the game for successfully basically infusing weapons with all infusions. Talk to him from time to time, you'll get gestures. Down here are optional NPCs, such as Corvix right here, who sells you pyromancies, from what I believe. Once you get like some certain secret scrolls in the game, come to him, he will translate them, and he'll have more pyromancies for you that you can buy for the price of souls, of course. Other than that, you can buy his outfit, and besides that feature, he's completely useless. Now, a lot of these NPCs aren't right off the bat here. You have to locate them. Corvix is hanging from a cage in the undead settlement above a rooftop, hanging from another building. This guy right here, Orbeck of Vindheim, he's useless as well. A lot of these optional NPCs are useless, but they give you certain things for certain trophies that you need if you're going for the platinum trophy, that is, of course. Now, Orbeck of Vindheim, he sells sorceries, and he's just like Corvix back there. Basically, if you find a scroll, bring it to him, he will translate it and have more sorceries for you to buy. Once you get all the sorceries in the game, you will pretty much have a trophy. Now if you come over here, Irina of Karim, before you can get her to come over here, you must speak with Aegon of Karim, who is guarding her in the undead settlement, and she is basically in a cell. So, you know, you're supposed to talk to her, send her to over here, and swear that you'll protect her and she'll serve you forever. And Aegon of Karim will come here to check up on you and basically give you. Eventually he will die, and his armor will be on his corpse, where you got Irina of Karim in the undead settlement. Ludleth, right there, who is sitting on the throne, he sells boss weapons and sorceries, pyromancies, and miracles for the price of boss souls. That's pretty much the only thing he's good for, as you can see. He also sells rings for the price of boss souls as well. Now, I'd recommend, if you're trying to get the trophies like I am, spend your souls getting these 10 items right here, and then on your second playthrough, worry about getting all the items if you want, and the shields. Rings are kind of important as well, because you need to get all the rings to get a trophy. Now, let's get down to the final verdict of the review. I think this game is an 8.5. Why? Because of the fact that it wasn't as difficult to me as Dark Souls 2 was. So, like, Dark Souls 2 was the first Dark Souls I ever played, and it was really difficult. The Ancient Dragon, I can't even believe I beat that boss. It took me like a month to beat Dark Souls 2. This game, like 2 weeks maybe, something like that. This game is incredible. 8.5 out of 10. Graphics are stunning. They're not the best though, but it amazes me. I'm impressed how From Software and Bandai, they keep pushing themselves to the limit to improving these graphics of the game. So they're definitely trying. I see potential in the series still. I don't know if this is going to be the last Dark Souls game. I hope it's not. I hope they make more. Now, Dark Souls isn't for everybody, okay? If you're a casual gamer who plays Call of Duty, you want something like easy to play and just to basically easy to play, yeah, that's Call of Duty for you. You can jump right in, kill somebody, and you're having fun. This game, if you're somebody who wants a challenge, who wants to be put through stress and have high blood pressure throughout the entire game, this is perfect for you. Dark Souls is great. It's very strategical. It's a hard game to play. It's not very user friendly. Like it's not easy to everybody. You know, you can't pick it up right off the bat. Now, if you're somebody like who watches reviews on YouTube before you buy the game, good for you, but I strongly suggest playing the game, you know, giving it a chance before you completely jump to the conclusion and say the game is bad, because it's sad. A lot of the people in the gaming community today are turning into that, and you should really give games more chances and play them. You know, you'll never really know for yourself until you play the game yourself. All right, you will never have that 100% decision, you know, until you give it a chance. So other than the fact that this game was easier than Dark Souls 2 and probably Bloodborne, I'm still thinking on that, and other than how the character design is great, okay? The enemies look stunning. The armor, as you can see, is very shiny, reflective, and it's just absolutely incredible, okay? The graphics, like for the environment, as you can see, they could be enhanced a little bit, done better. Other than that, and how Dark Souls 2 is harder than Dark Souls 3, this game's an 8.5 out of 10. I liked this game a lot. I love the Dark Souls games. I love how Osiris, the Consumed King, he was like the key to progressing further in the game. He basically has a secret room within his, like, the next area after fighting him that leads to a new area, and then there is to get a certain ending, 2 endings actually, and then there is another area basically over here which leads to the location where you have to fight the Ancient Wyvern and the Nameless King, which are the 2 optional bosses, the last 2 in the game. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe and turn the mobile notifications on for future reviews to come for many other games. And please don't forget to enjoy life. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and peace.